The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility
looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up first and goal.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Down at the 14-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Tua going to throw, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Second down. Here's Hurts. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards up 1st and 2nd down.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Tua sets up to pass it. They'll roll him out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Out to his left. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And some room to work. Guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
At the 34-yard line.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
A 52-yard attempt.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll give it here to his running back. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
They start the drive with Cook, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. Hurts. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete.
Hurts pass. Complete.
That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the Dolphins' 33-yard line.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
At the 32-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Here we go, Shaq. 60 Eagle. All day, every day.
They'll run with Cook. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now.
Makes the score Dolphins 28, Vikings 7. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. And Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
One quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now they try the right side here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Right at the line.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8, and he'll give it here to his running back. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Lets it fly for Thielen. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Now a handoff looking right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
17, the ball carrier.
Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Ryan Connolly.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole.
Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Hurts the best running quarterback in this year's crop of rookies. He's got a 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Rolling to his right. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. There's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line.
18-yard line.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now they try the right side here. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And all the way down to the 41-yard line.
That's good.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now a handoff here to his running back.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown. And that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Dolphins, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.